for a lot of us, when we come to the US, a lot of it is driven with a vision of the US that is, yeah, the road is paved with gold, lots and lots of opportunities just waiting to be plugged, and just a vision of a lot of comfort.
The social part of America, as I see it, it's kind of lacking because we don't have the family involvement in our affairs, because most of our families are away. But the economic part is that you have a chance of making it if you work hard.
I'm in a society where what I want to do, where I want to get to, how I want to do it depends basically on me. I was coming from a society where you need to be connected, where you need some godfathers, where you need to know somebody, where, you know, for the most part, what you become is not totally dependent on what you can do.
It takes a lot of intentionality to make a dream come true.
I wanted to work for myself. I wanted to be the author and the architect of my destiny.
Entrepreneurship is really key to success in America.
The road to entrepreneurship is tough. It's the toughest road you can ride on, but the reward are enormous, you know.
First, I would say that the most important thing, if you're going to do anything, if you're going to start something, whether it's a business or an NGO, is you really have to be passionate about what you want to see happen. And that passion is what's going to sustain you.
And when I opened my practice in 1979-80, I mean, there was no a black pediatric surgeon who was specializing in doing foot and ankle surgery. Therefore, in the beginning, even my own people didn't even want to come in to me because they weren't sure I would be able to do the work better.
There will be a lot of times when you can't convince people. There will be a lot of times when it just seems like it's not going to work. And so you really have to take a step back and say, is this worth it? And if I can outlast it one more day, because there are 10, maybe even 100 other people who are trying to do maybe even that same thing. And maybe they will give up that day. But maybe if I don't, it will happen.
But as people started coming to me and they saw the results, my practice that grew so big that, you know, I was on staff on 3 hospitals and assistant director of residency program because of the results.
People do business with the people they know, they trust, they like, and they can see.
But then at the end of it all, when it comes to a competitive environment like this, and depending on what your business is, so sometimes if it's a very unique idea or product or service, and there are very few of those, right? Because there are a lot of people with a lot of ideas, and so then you're only competing on excellence and quality, because quality and excellence always has a market.
We don't patronize each other. We don't spend money with ourselves. The dollar spends 4 hours in the black community before it goes out. In the Jewish community, guess how much? The dollar spends 39 days. You know, that's pretty much what's going on. The money doesn't stay in the community. So because the money doesn't stay in the community, we have poor people in the community.
What it takes to make things happen is people coming together, being able to be in relationship. And a lot of African communities it's getting better, but they're fairly disconnected. So without relationships, almost nothing is possible. But with relationships, you can start something with nothing. That's why having initiatives like ACBC is so important in terms of bringing people together to see what the opportunity is, to communicate and verbalize what aspirations there are, and actually connect people and bring together resources. And it's slow. I think part of it is there's a little bit of impatience. and some skepticism. And in times, it also comes from a little bit of an aversion to risk.
Welcome to Minuteman Press Philadelphia, the #1 printing franchise in the world.
Basically, what we do is that we do businesses with other businesses, and we basically have a model that we follow. We've been able to build systems, we've been able to expand, we've been able to grow. I mean, we're in a 2,200 square foot facility right now. I mean, we were coming from a facility that was like 1,200 square foot. So we've been able to double in size and capacity in business in 5 years. I mean, we've been able to acquire cutting edge equipment that makes us comfortable, confident that there's hardly anything that walks through our doors that we cannot take care of.
Rising Tide Capital is an NGO, and we created it to provide business management education. And this isn't about plan writing. This is really more about what does it take when you're starting or you're trying to grow a business to manage a business. So we have a business school. It's called the Community Business Academy. It goes into communities where there are people who need jobs, people who are struggling to get their ideas off the ground, people who are often isolated from mainstream resources, and we work to build them up and build their skill sets up, to connect them to others, and to also then help them grow incrementally over the years.